Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fajar Sakti Prabowo. I want to talk about clause type, asking, exclaiming, and directive. So the first is clause type and speech act. Philosophers use the term speech act for things you can do with sentence of your language. Things like making statements, asking questions, issuing comments, or uttering exclamations. And the clause type, there is 5 forms. First is declarative, close interrogative. The third is open interrogative. The fourth is exclamative. And the fifth is imperative. And every form, it has how I can say it, each one characteristic. Like declarative, the characteristic of this form is making a statement, and the close interrogative is asking a close question. The open interrogative is asking the close interrogative is asking a closed question, and open interrogative is asking an open question. The fourth, exclamative, is making an exclamatory statement, and the fifth, the imperative, the characteristic of this form is issuing a directive. Next, interrogative and question. First, the closed question and open question. So, closed question has just to answer. The example is you here? The answer is just yes, it is, or no. And next, the open question. It has an open-ended set of answers, like the question, where is you? So, next, the form of closed interrogative. There is 2 points in here. The first is declarative. The example is it's raining. The second is closed interrogative. The example is it raining? And the next is polar question and alternative question. Polar question, it has one answer between yes or no, so it's just like a closed question. The example is, did he read her note? And the answer is just yes, like this. And the second is alternative question. An alternative question contains a coordination of elements linked by or, and the answer derived from the separate coordinate elements. The example is the meeting today, tomorrow, or next Monday? Next, the interrogative text. The texts here are closed interrogative, reduced to just an auxiliary verb and a pronoun subject. Such text express need for confirmation of the statement expressed in the declarative. The example is, your brother looked pretty embarrassed, didn't he? So, what we call interrogative text is in the didn't he. The next, open interrogative. These forms are marked by the presence of one or more of the interrogative words, given in 12. The verb who, why, whom, whose, what, which, when, where, and how. So it's the open interrogative. Next is open question and their answer. Derivable from the question by replacing the interrogative phrase by appropriate non-interrogative ones, which we'll call replacement phrase. The example is, the question, who called the police? And the father is, and the answer is, her father called the police. The next, the information question and direction question. The information question, the answer has been statement. The example is a question, what did you give her? The answer is, I gave her a CD. So in this answer, the answer is have been statement. Next, the direction question, whose answer is directive. The example is, what shall we give her? The answer is, let's give her a CD. The next, the echo question. Echo question is one distinctive type of information. So the question is the echo. It just uttered I respond to a preceding utterance which we call the stimulus. Like in the book in page 167. The example is, she wrote to the minister. The echo question is, she wrote to the minister. Okay, the last is exclamative. The exclamative clause are marked by an exclamative phrase containing what or how. There is two forms. An exclamative subject occupies its basic position, whereas an exclamative non-subject is obligatory front. The subject, what unpleasant people work in this restaurant, and the non-subject, how clever you are. Exclamative what and how. What and how occur in either exclamative or open interrogative clause, but with some difference in grammar and meaning. Exclamative what has the syntax of an adjective, and how is invariably an adverb. It has no use comparable to the interrogative predicative adjective how was the concert, and it is okay.
Okay, and then this imperative and directive. Imperative and directive, there's four types. The form of imperative clause and first person imperative, use of the imperative, and non-imperative directive. The form of imperative clause. The first imperative clause, the major synthetic feature distinguishing imperative clause from declarative stand in, for example, directive, you taught her the third, and imperative, tell her the third. First person imperative. Most imperative clauses have an person subject. There are only aspects as you are understood that way. In some cases, third person subjects are found like everybody in its mind, everybody among you, but there is also a distinct subjects imperative construction understood in first person plural. Ordinally, for example, ordinarily, the lettuce have our bell bags, and first person imperative let Let's get our ball back. Don't let's stand the meeting. Let's not attend the meeting. Yeah. Yes. And use of the imperative as directive. Using directive is the characteristic use of imperative. Directive include a wide range of more special types of speech. There is orders, request, instruction, advance, invitation, permission. Nah, for example, orders, stand up, request, please pass the start, instruction, check well before using, advice, shall now will press our hake, invitation, come and have lunch, yeah, and permission, come in, make yourself home. Imperative as ways, shop well, he a break, weekend, and get well soon. Imperative, and then imperative as condition. Imperative as condition, invite one without the other, and there I'll be trouble. Help me this once, and I never ask you again. There is imperative clause. Understand are the first element in contraction that has condition imperative. If you invite one without the other, there'll be trouble. If you help me this once or never ask me again. Minor minor clause type. Minor main clause fell into one or other of the five clause type listed in at the beginning of this chapter, but there are a few other minor parsimonially inferring five formular and fragmentary structure. And this, for example, long life, the queen, suffice it to say that the matter is being investigated. So be it. Could help you if you do this again. God bless America. May you be forgiven. Would to God I had never heard of Aaron out of my way. Of with his heart up into the pin with it. The more the merry of fine again. Yeah.